Hi there, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 8 of our World Tour, and of course we are still at Persiba, now in the Indonesian First Division, which is just wonderful, wonderful stuff. Now last episode we got off to an absolutely amazing start against the defending champions of the league, 6-1 away from home, and since then things have gone okay. They've gone well, let's face it. They've gone really, really well because we are a newly promoted team. Now then we played Persiba. Now you may remember they knocked us out of the Indonesian Cup. It was I think our second and third game in charge last season. And they knocked us out. It was two very, very narrow 1-0 losses. Well, we made up for that. We beat them 4-1. You can see Delon got 2, Caesar got 1, and Venino, our central defender, got the 4th. Really, really solid win. Suddenly, we've scored 10-2, and I'm thinking we are going to walk this league. And then things got a little bit more difficult for us. Then we played Shawaja. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that. Now, this was a really annoying game. You can see we were 2-0 down. We fought back. Kayono got 2 goals to get us back in 85th, 87th minute, and then 95th minute we conceded. And I think it was off. It was a corner. I think it was something. It was just something. It was just so annoying. 95th minute from 2-0 down. The epic comeback was just destroyed. Then we played Barankara. Maybe you would pronounce that. And again, we were 1-0 up. Alan Dillon with the goal. And then 88th minute this time, we cost ourselves a win. That's 3 points we dropped in 2 games, after the 88th minute, basically. And it was just annoying, annoying stuff. Then we got a little bit of luck. We played Barito Putra. We struggled to create in this game. You can see free scoring. We're getting worse and worse in that sense. It was, I don't know if it's big time Charlies or what's going on there. Just the own goal in this one, but it was 3 points. We did ride our luck though. We were a little bit lucky to get away with the 3 points there because they did miss quite a few, or 1 or 2 really good chances. Our keeper Satajaya really bailed us out. But all in all, if we have a look at the league table, that's not bad, is it? Third after 3 games. We would have taken that before the season started. And we're only 3 points off top. Mind you, we're only 3 points off, very much mid-table as well. So it's not all roses, but there's definitely some roses in the garden, aren't there? So we're playing, this episode, we'll play PSMS, and I think they're mid-table 12th, and then we'll play Mitra Kukar. I think you'd pronounce that, who are 5th. That's away from home. That's going to be a little tougher, isn't it? And of course, for all the goals in between episodes there, after the Mitra Kukar game, of course, goals of the month, you'll be able to see all of those. We'll call it April, but really, there's a couple of sneaky ones in there from March as well. But let's get on with the game against PSMS. This is the team we're sending out. Satajaya in goal. Rido, he needs to play more games at left back if he's going to develop into a promising left back. So we're going to play him in this one. We have Rahman on the bench if things all go a little bit wrong. Ahmed and Veneo in central defence with Karudin at right back. It's Mutaquin, it's Redian, it's Septian. They're still the midfield trio. They haven't really shone as much as I would have liked them to. I really want them to do well in this division. They just haven't quite stepped up as of yet, but there's still time. It's still early days. Tornando and Caesar go down the wings. Alan Dillon continues up front. Kayono's on the bench, and he has shown himself to be quite the weapon off of it. Alright, so it's a 4-4-2 it looks like here. Of course, the problem with Kayono on the bench, it means that Benny isn't on the bench, which just is heartbreaking for everybody, isn't it? Assistant says we should ask the team to do it for the fans. We are at home. I'm going to say enjoy the match. I think what potentially might have happened is I've got a little bit excited after we've scored 10 goals in 2, and I've maybe been expecting a little bit too much of the players. There is a risk of that, so maybe it's partly my fault. It's difficult though, isn't it? You scored 10 goals and suddenly I'm expecting goals every game, and you guys should win this game, and that's maybe unrealistic. And we're third. We're in a European, or not a European, an Asian, I guess you'd call it, qualifications place, a continental qualification spot. And I think it's difficult with the shouts too to know whether I should be just demanding more. It's a bit of a lungy tackle from Rido, but he's won the ball there. Can he get that clear? No. See what we can do here. We've got men behind the ball. There's a big space in midfield, and that is a lot of space for that gentleman. Jamie England. Now, we did have him on trial during the pre-season. We didn't end up signing because he's a midfielder, and we, as you saw from transfers, we were well served for midfielders. We didn't need to use an international slot on him, on any midfielder, not just him. You'll see that I've looked to, the field is huge. We've gone for the biggest field that our stadium can hold. Just because I think we want to try and attack into space. I want as much space on the field as possible for us to attack into. Now, the problem with that is that it does mean there's a lot of space for the opposition. That's a good save from Satajaya, but it means it's all for nothing. Oh, come on, boys. Let's get creative. I do wonder if we've had that sort of new team push where we just explode into the division, and then things go a little bit wrong for us. We just were letting them play there, weren't we? That's a cracking save. It's a shame that they couldn't get it over the bar. The problem too that I'm finding is that we don't have a data analysis at the club, and the board won't let me hire one. So I can't actually see how teams play, where they score. So I don't know whether we should be pushing up defensively or sitting a little deeper. Just judging by the way that they were passing the ball around there, that's exactly what we want. A ball across field for Brian Caesar. Can he pull one back for Alan Dillon? It's Fernando! Oh, he's missed it! And he couldn't get on the rebound. He had to react quicker there. The ball was sitting up. It was just like their goal, wasn't it? It was just sitting there waiting to be tapped in. He was just a little bit too slow to it. So I think what we want to do here, if we go to team instructions, is we want to exploit the flanks. And I think if they're going to try and sit and pass the ball, let's push up a little bit and hope that we don't get done over the top. But put a little bit of pressure on them. Yeah, it's been an even game so far, hasn't it? Let's show some passion, boys. Come on, fire up. There we go. We do have changes we can make. See, Redian, Septian again. Redian's actually been quite poor this game. 6.3. We might have to take him off. Alright, Rideau with the throw for Alan Dillon. Back to Rideau. We're not on the same page there. What if we're going to get counted here? I'll be really annoyed. Really annoyed. What are we doing? What are we doing? It's like we've forgotten how to play. I'm starting to think maybe we should shrink the field down a little bit as well. Yeah, I feel like we're not playing. You can see here by the match stats, we're not playing that badly, but the match ratings for our players are horrible. Okay, I'm thinking, and this is what I did when we were 2-0 down against whoever that was, Shawan, and we are, I think, whoever it was. Okay, first things first, aggressive, I'm not happy with that. That's got a reaction. I'm going to do some tactical changes here, guys, and we'll come back for the second half. Okay, so what we've done, you can see at the top there, we've made a sub. Kayono's come on for Mutta Quinn. We've put Mutta Quinn at top, and we've got Alan Dillon playing in the hole in behind, just trying to direct traffic. It's just what I did, and it worked really well, as I said, when we came back from 2-0 down. There's a corner? It is a corner. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get a similar reaction, but just not concede in the 95th minute this time. Alan Dillon with the corner. We have a little bit of height up there. Can we get on the end of something? We can! Oh, straight at the keeper, though. Straight at the keeper. Oh, come on. Alright. I'm going to go a demand... Oh, Septien's injured. Okay, so let's pause that there. He's not having an amazing season in any case. We'll make that sub for Siswanto Jr. We'll give them a shout of demand more. Come on, boys. Like I say, it actually isn't that bad. A little bit of stuttering there, wasn't it? It's actually not that bad, you know. We're doing okay. We're a newly promoted team. We just got off to such a good start that it's a little bit disappointing to not be continuing. All right, come on. Let's go attacking. What else can we do here? Let's get stuck in. Let's really put the effort in to close them down. Should we go a little bit more direct in our passing, perhaps? Try and get in behind them. Redian's not playing well. We're kind of out of midfield options, though, for him. Alright, demand more. Come on, boys. It wasn't supposed to be easy, was it? I've just got to keep reminding myself, we're a newly promoted team. We're not doing that bad, but come on, I want to win. I want to win the league. All out attack. Come on, boys. No mercy. What can I yell at them? In stoppage time. What can we yell? Get creative. I think that's really all we can yell, isn't it? Come on. Oh, getting pressured. Alright, you're not a defender. You don't have to get creative. It's the 94th. This is probably it. Can we get something out of this? Caesar, Siswanto Jr. Kayono, Turnstein. Oh. Redian's there. He can't win it back, and that's it. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. A 1-0 loss. It's the first time we've been held scoreless all season. Again, look at that. I don't think we deserve that. I think we might change our formation, though, and go with that second half formation on a more permanent basis, because we seem to have created more. I'm going to say I'm not happy. And yeah, we're going to have a bit of a think about this. There we go, made to rue, missed chances. Yes, we are. We're all bitterly ruing. Septian, he is out 3 to 6 days, so he should be fit for the next game. But will he play or not? I don't know. We're going to have a think about these tactics, and we'll be back for the second game. Okay, welcome back, and it is Mitra Kukar, and apparently this is a derby, not the big ones. There's 2 bigger ones apparently for Persiba, but this is a derby, so it means a lot to us. We want to try and win this. We're away from home. We aren't the favourites. And we're struggling a little bit for form, aren't we? Form's a little bit inconsistent there, as you can see. If we have a look at the team we're sending out, and we have changed things. We're going to try out typically, I would use this as my sort of default counter-attack, we're a man down or, late in the game kind of formation, which I always forget to use when we're actually winning a game. But it's there, it's saved for me if I need it. And so we're going to go with this. It's Setajaya in goal, it's Rahman comes back in. I just didn't think Rido did enough last game. Ahmed, Veneno, and Karuden to be the back 4. Alenga comes in because we need a defensive midfielder, and Mutaquin, he only really plays sort of as an anchor man defensive midfielder in that role there. So we're going to give Alenga a goal with Redian. We are going to play Alan Dillon in behind Kayono with Caesar and Ternando providing the width. Septian, we're going to rest him for this one. He's one game off of booking anyway. With a couple of different changes on the bench. We're just going to try things, and we're experimenting, basically. So it's a 4-4-2 away from home, as I said. The big problem that I'm having, that I'm finding, is keeping players match sharp. They just seem to lose their match sharpness so quickly. All right, let's maybe go with a come on, lad, show me what you can do. Some calm, we have faith. I don't want to put too much pressure on them here, but we do need a result. We really do. I mean, we don't really need a result, but if we're gonna, I feel like we're just slipping into, I don't know, the downward spiral zone. I did have a team meeting and sort of said, things haven't gone our way, but chin up, lads. So hopefully that'll resonate. This formation, we're going to look to exploit the wings, which makes sense, I think, given that we have some pace out wide. That's a good tackle from Malenga. Can he keep the ball now? He can. Tornando, look at them, they're converging around him. If we can get an out ball here, there's got to be space somewhere else on this field. Oh, it's a decent pass from Alan Dillon. Oh, that's a great pass from Alan Dillon for Caesar. Go on, Brian. Caesar! Go! We're back on form. That actually looked a little bit like football. First minute of the game, 30-odd seconds into the game. And that was really good, wasn't it? You could see they're going to press us, aren't they? They're going for the heavy press. We found a way out. And then Alan Dillon, his first pass to Kayono didn't quite come off. But the second one, what a pass. Look at this. Didn't quite come off. That one's a decent tackle, but this first time pass in behind for Caesar and makes no mistake with the finish. He has to do well because he's keeping Siswanto out of the team right now, and that was a good finish. He deserves his spot. As I said, the problem is that Siswanto's match condition falls away, and then the longer that they're out of the team, sort of the harder it is to bring them back because they have no match fitness. But yeah, I don't really know. I'm assuming it's to do with training facilities. Our coaches aren't great. We're getting heavily in debt too, by the way, just as a quiet side note, but I can't do much about it because we're only spending just over half our wage budget right now, so I'm doing my part. It's got to keep us in the division, I think. Tornando! Oh, it looked like it was going in. From like that first goal in that first game, wasn't it? With just sort of the header that looped over the keeper. Looked like it had that same sort of feel about it, but wasn't to be. But this change of formation, this seems to have worked. Now, have we just caught them out with the change of formation? There is always that chance, of course. Show some passion, boys. It's a derby. It's not working either. There is a chance of that. But we're keeping the ball relatively well. We're a little bit more direct in our passing as well. Does that help or not? Time will tell. Redian, again, is looking tired. He's just not quite performing for us. Which is, give him a get creative, which is a little bit disappointing, isn't it? Because he was so good. They were both so good, weren't they? The Iniesta Xavi, and of course the Indonesian Xavi being Ready, and the Indonesian Iniesta being Septian, and they're just not doing themselves justice in this division yet. I'm sure they'll come good, though. I have faith in that. So 1-0 at the break. We've really restricted them, haven't we? So that's good. What we need to do, we need to say that you've played well. No, guard against complacency. Don't think the job is done. I'll do some individual team talks, and then we'll come back and see if we can grind out a 1-0 win here. 1 point, 1-0 win. We don't want to grind it at 1-0. We want to add to it, but we want to try and get 3 points, don't we? Let's see if we can get off to the start of the second half. Anything like the start of the first half doesn't look like it. What do we say? Some people are inspired, some people are looking apprehensive. Let's try the no pressure team talk. See if that works, or shout, I should say. It's not a team talk. Absolutely no response whatsoever. So never mind that one. We're coming into midway through this half. Let's try demand more. Nothing is really working. Alright, Erlanga's not having his best game. Redian's coming good though, look at that. What can we do? Who do we have on the bench? I mean, Erlanga's the obvious one. Let's bring Mutaquin on. He's not... I mean, neither of them are particularly well versed in that position. I'm seeing, and it's a real shame, because I thought we could maybe really try and build this club into like a superpower of Asia over the next few seasons. But what I'm seeing is the limitations we have, that we just don't have the facilities and we don't have the time. Can we get onto that? No. We don't have the time to sort of build them up, because as I was saying, I don't really want to get stuck here, because we do what it is a world tour. We want to, by the end of it, be champions of Europe as well. So we can't spend too much time here building up Persiba. We're going to get onto that. We should be able to, and we do. Which is a shame, but as I said, we'll definitely see out this season. I signed a contract extension to sort of June next season. So that's a... Oh, I thought he was going to get onto that pass. It looked like a good pass. So right now, I think that's our exit point. We'll finish this season. We'll start next year, depending depending sort of how we end up at the end of this year, I guess. If we end up outside of the Asian places, do we want to start another season here? We might start looking around at that point. But if we can get into an Asian qualification point, I think June next year could be a good exit point to see if we're out of Asia, then we'll leave, and if we're still here, there's a good ball, squared ball. Oh no! That's 2-0, and that was another good goal. Really impressed with the goals that we scored in this game. We'll give them some praise for that when we get the opportunity. But you can see the wing play; it is actually working for us a little bit better, I think, because what it's doing is we're forcing them around, aren't we? And then we have good pace down the wings, which means we can get in behind them. Kayono proving himself to be a goal scorer. His contract is up in a few months. I don't know if I want to keep him, because I feel like we have other options, and we could probably save... What's he on? He's on $1,000 a week. I mean, we can... I mean, I'll show you I'll try and remember to show you the state of the club finances after this game. It's not pretty, and I just feel like we could use that money elsewhere. Now, we're going to bring Noprahanis on for Dylan. We're going to try and save his legs here. Given that we're up a few goals here, what I want to try and do as well is we need to... it's the guys on the bench. We need to keep their match fitness up, because if someone gets injured, we just have no one. We have no one that can come in that's fit and ready to play. We've absolutely dominated this game now. Now, like I said, we've got to be a little bit cautious. Is it that the change of formation and tactics has caught them out a bit here? That could well be the case. We are playing on the counter-attack as well. So, to get in front of that. If we drop points here, I will not be happy. I will not be happy. Let's just be a little bit more disciplined here. Time wasting. That sounds like a sensible thing to do. Let's lower our tempo down. Transition. Let's just hold our shape. We'll still counter press, but we'll counter attack, but we'll regroup when we lose the ball. Other way around. And anything else out of possession? Let's just stay on our feet, not dive in. And that all looks pretty good. Just makes it nervous though, doesn't it? Just makes it nervous. Yeah, like I was saying, our finances aren't great, so if we can save $1,000 a week, it might be a good thing to do. And it's not really, I don't know that there's really saleable assets in the Indonesian League anyway. It's going to be about... I mean, I don't want to leave the club sort of on its knees bankrupt. Now, we've still got 3 minutes to go here. It's another highlight. Please win this ball. Oh, it's gone over our heads. Come on. Oh, don't drop more points. We don't deserve this. We've played so well for so long. No, no, no. Oh, that is unbelievable. You've defended so well for 80-something minutes, and then you go and concede 2 goals like that. All right, get stuck in. We're going to go for this. We're not going down quietly. Let's get expressive again. Let's raise that tempo up. Let's not time waste. Oh, I can't believe what has just happened. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So it's still work to do, isn't there? I mean, again, in the grand scheme of things, it's not bad. I mean, a draw here, well, assuming we're drawing, there's still 3 minutes to go. A draw here is not bad, but we're dropping points. We're dropping so many points. Demand more. Come on, boys. All right, this is probably it. Let's just... Throw goes in to a teammate. Can we launch something late? Should I have made all those changes? I mean, they weren't in defensive positions. It shouldn't have made that much of a difference. It's balls over the top. And I don't know how we haven't won that game, if I'm honest. They've scored with their only 2 shots on goal. They've scored 89th and 92nd minute. Oh, that is just... I'm really angry. I'm really, really angry. That before it's done... Yeah. Yeah, Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist. How do you feel about the result, mate? Fucking ecstatic, mate. How do you think I feel? Yeah, your opposition, they scored from their only 2 shots on target. That must be really frustrating. Yeah, I mean, well, clearly they didn't deserve anything from the game. They were absolutely rubbish. Horrible. I don't understand how a team that can play that badly for 89 minutes can end up taking a point off us. It's disgusting. It's just disgusting, and I don't understand how it's even possible to have happened. Yeah, one more. You took off Redian and Dylan at 2-0. Is that something you now regret, mate? Look, the game should have been done and dusted. Should have been no way that they got back into that game. So do I regret it? I mean, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but no, they're attacking players anyway. Well, not defensive players that were taken off, and it shouldn't have been a problem. The players need to be better and stronger and concentrate the whole 90 minutes, because that's how long a game of football lasts, not 89 minutes. I'm sick to death of the late goals we're conceding, and I'll tell you what, it's going to end up in some changes in this squad. It's unacceptable the way that they are throwing away points. That is 5 points off the top of my head now that we have thrown away this season, and it's not good enough. If we're going to achieve anything in this league, we need to be doing much, much better. Denied by not more than 1 late goals. Should I have made the changes? Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. It's just getting the match fitness. I'm struggling. I've got to get my head around exactly how to do this. What does that do to the league table? We've only got 1 point this episode, and we've dropped out of the top 3. Oh, we could be further down too with some games still to play. But guys, that's it for this episode. I'm really, really sorry about that. You can see it's such a good start, and we are falling away, and that's not a good thing. So we'll be back next episode tomorrow. We'll come back for... Bali United was a big derby, so we'll come back for maybe Bali and team Moja Putra, I butchered that, haven't we? Who we played, of course, in the playoff final to get promoted into this league. That probably looks like a good way to come back for. Big derby, and then a team that we'd fancy ourselves beating, I think. But that's all for tomorrow, guys. If you have enjoyed that episode, and to be honest, I'm sure you haven't, because that was really disappointing, just hit like anyway. You know, a bit of, like if you want better defensives. I don't know what to tell you. If you're new, subscribe. Thank you everybody who has been subscribing as well. It'll be interesting to see where this season goes now, because it has the potential for the wheels to come off, doesn't it? But that's all for tomorrow. We'll find out then, guys. Until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. And here are some of our best goals, without conceding any, just goals for us from the past month. Take care.